Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a full face of e.l.f. Cosmetics. Decided to start a full face series. So if you guys want to see how the products perform, then keep on watching. We have all the goodies here. And let's just start off with the lips. These are two of my favorites from e.l.f. Cosmetics. The first one is going to be the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. And this one's in the shade Jam Session. The next one is their Glow Reviver Lip Balm, and this one's in the shade Strawberry Shortcake. Love these two for lip prep. This one's going to be more of an oil, while this one is more of a balm. I'm gonna go in with the oil because it's just one of my favorites. It gives a nice tint to the lips. For the brows, I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Lamination Brow Gel. And this is what the applicator looks like. It does come with a brush on the other end so you can laminate your brows. This is a good one for every day. Just a nice, simple brow laminating product to help brush your brows up. And it actually does stay in place. Do make sure I go in with a good amount of product just to make sure that it really does hold up my brows. While this brow is drying, I'll go ahead and use the other side of the brush or of the product and brush up my brows and kind of shape them the way I want them to be. And I'll go in with the more dense side and really push the product down. Like that, and it really does give a lifted look to your brows. And we have nice lifted brows. Pretty simple, quick, and easy and nice for every day. Let's go straight in with eyeshadow. I'm super excited for these products. They just came out and they're the e.l.f. Liquid Velvet eyeshadows. So basically these are like a liquid eyeshadow. And I picked up two shades. I picked up Extra Toasted and Ginger Snap. One is going to be more of a toasty color and the other more light neutral. So I figured let's do like a quick eyeshadow with these. Starting off with Ginger Snap, this is what the applicator looks like. I figured I'm just going to apply some right here at the outer corner of my eyes. With a fluffy brush, I'm just going to start diffusing that into the eyes. Ooh, that's very pigmented. This is really nice if you want to do quick eyeshadow and you just don't feel like going with anything else. Honestly, just something easy and quick. Okay, this is definitely darker than what I expected. It's just diffusing that all over on my eyes. Wow, that's definitely a warm brown. And they're actually pretty easy to blend. You can definitely see how it's somewhat starting to dry down. You still have time to like play with the eyeshadow. Okay, so that is what Ginger Snap looks like. I really like that shadow. Definitely just need a little bit because they're very pigmented. I honestly didn't expect it to be this warm. Not bad. I really like. And the formula, you guys, blended out very smoothly on my eyes. And I'm looking up close to make sure how it looks. And it looks very smooth and even on the eyes. Let's go in on the other side. So just going in with that amount. Again, you don't need a lot, but I do have to even out the eyeshadow from the other side. Wow, that is super pigmented. So just lightly diffusing that into the eyes. You guys, this liquid eyeshadow is so smooth. It's like super seamless the way it just melts into your eyes. They're just very easy to blend on the eyes. I would say this is definitely going to be a beginner's friendly eyeshadow. If you don't want to fuzz with eyeshadow, you can just pop this on, blend, and you're on the go. Okay, love that. I love the formula, you guys. This is all about like the formula, and the way it just blended on my eyes is like super easy. Anybody can use this type of formula. Like it's just hard to mess up. Okay, let's go in with the other shade, Extra Toasted. Just doing a little ombre and applying that into my lid. This one I do want to use a more tiny detailed brush just to blend that into my lid. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a more neutral shade. Curious to see how this layers. And that layered pretty nicely. Let's go in with a little bit more. right in the center. Just going to tap that and then blend. Actually blend it out to be pretty smoothly. Just like that, it just adds a little brightness into my lid. Go ahead and pop this on the other side. Now that I'm seeing how this formula performs, I'm definitely gonna go pick up the pinky shade, because they did have a pinky shade which I was definitely intrigued to pick up, but I just wanted to see how these formulas perform, so I just picked up the more neutral shades. But honestly, worked out pretty nicely. When you do layer them, you do have to make sure you go in with a little bit, because these are very pigmented. Just blending that on the edges. The good thing is that you don't have to set these with powder. Apply them on, you're on the go, and that's it. Okay, so just to really diffuse the outer part of my eyeshadow, I'm gonna go in with this Perfect 10 eyeshadow palette from e.l.f. And this one is their Keep It Ethereal eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna take this shade in the middle right here, just to blend out the eyeshadow from the outside right here, since it was a little bit harsh. I'm gonna take this dark brown right here. I'm just gonna create a quick wing just to add something to this eye. Okay guys, these are a win for me. I do want to pop a little bit of glitter on the eyes. So first up we have the Glit Show eyeshadow stick. These are a more metallic formula. This one's in the shade Prismatic. And I'm going to do a little quick swatch for you guys so you guys can see how beautiful and just a little reflective that shadow is. So pretty, just to give that little glitter effect on the eyes. These are a more wet formula, so you definitely have to put the cap back on that it comes with so the formula doesn't dry off. Another favorites that I love are these Fine as Fleck little eyeshadows. These are also glitter eyeshadows, and these are the shades Champagne Showers and White Hot. And these are going to be your more seamless type of shadow or glitter. So they're definitely more on the natural side. You can barely see the glitter there. They're just meant to give like that seamless sparkle on the eyes. Let me swatch White Hot for you guys right here. Again, they're definitely going to be your more natural glitter. This is definitely going to be for like your more soft glam days. You just want a pop of glitter there. Just nothing crazy. These are definitely going to be it for you. Let me show you guys how these look on the eyes. So going in with Champagne. And again, definitely going to be your more softer type of glitter. You can see right there. It's just adding a little hint of something for your eyes. So it's not just like simple eyeshadow. You can see right there. It's very pretty. It just adds that natural sparkle on the eyes. Let me add White Hot just right on top. And this one's definitely going to pop a little more since it's more of like, has more of like that white base. Haven't used these in a minute, but every single time I do, they really are good glitter products at an affordable price. I love just giving you that little something on the eyes. I think I'm gonna leave it just like this. See if we'll apply this later, but again, definitely recommend both of these glitter shadows. You will not be disappointed. This one's definitely going to be more glam, while this one's more natural. Okay, let's move on with mascara. I'm so excited to try this one. This one is the Incredi Curl Mascara. And this is supposed to give curl and volume. And I picked up the shade Pitch Black. So excited to try this one. I believe this is like their most newest mascara. This is what the packaging looks like. This one's supposed to have a more curved, dense brush. Oh yeah, you can definitely see the curve right there. So it's supposed to help hug your lashes while giving that length and volume. So I already curled my lashes, but let's just see if this helps keep the curl. Going in with one coat. I like to wiggle just a little bit and then brushing up. I'm not getting a lot of product impact right away. Figured I would really have to go in with a second coat, but it is separating my lashes. Oh, that's pretty nice. Yeah, so it's not really like coating your lashes crazy with product unless you really push the brush onto your lashes. But that's how it looks with one coat. Not bad. I like how it's really giving me that lift. You guys see that lift right in the center? That's pretty impressive. I'm noticing the way it deposits product. It's depositing like in a very natural way, which is very crazy to say, especially with mascara. The moment you apply a coat, like boom, you have product all over your lashes. This one seems to be applying it in a very buildable way. You can see right there, bam, and it's pretty natural. That is what it looks like with one coat, you guys. I'm liking it. It's giving me the lift. It's giving me body to my lashes, and it's very natural. And what it's really impressive how buildable this mascara is. That's kind of an odd thing to say about mascara, because when you apply a coat, bam, like you have product all over your lashes. But this one doesn't quite do that. It really is buildable. It's definitely giving me the lift. I don't know about like the volume. It's just giving me enough for my lashes, and I really like that. So far, so good. I think that's it for the eyes. Let's go straight into the base. Let's start off with primer. So I have a few primers that I do want to talk about. The first up is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Now this one, I definitely used it up, you guys. This one's very old, but I actually really enjoyed this primer. I actually saw a difference with the smoothness of my texture and pores. This one's a good one if you want something like more of like that putty formula. So yeah, absolutely loved this one. Now I did try their liquid poreless putty primer, and I have to say this is not my favorite, you guys. I've tried this on my nose and my foundation just slips right off. So not my favorite. If it worked for you guys, let me know. I don't see also a difference with like the smoothness of this primer. So again, for me this is a pass. It's alright, but it's not my favorite. Primer that I do absolutely enjoy to really have product adhering into my nose, it's this one. This is the Jelly Pop Dew Primer. And this one will definitely help that makeup foundation stick onto your nose. Now, I'm not a fan of this primer all over my skin. I do notice it does cause my foundation to separate. So I do just focus this on my T-zone. And I figured let's just do that today. And it's a clear gel with just a hint of rosiness. And again, I just like to apply this right around my T-zone area, around my nose, which I noticed that's just the area that is very hard for makeup to kind of adhere. And it smells like watermelon, so that's a win. I love how it's hydrating too. That's why I would have loved to apply this all around the skin, but it just separates my foundation, so I'm just like not a fan of that. But again, if you want a primer to really stick onto your T-zone, around your nose area, or just right here under your chin, definitely recommend that one. And I do like to let that dry for a few seconds just to make sure that really dries down. Another product I do love to apply on the outer perimeter of my skin is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, but I don't have that one. But I do love that one. I definitely recommend that product if you want a glow on your skin. While that is drying, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. color corrector. This is their Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener, and this one definitely brightens your eyes. I have this one in the shade Light Medium, and this is what she looks like. And I do like this to brighten up the under eyes before going with foundation, concealer, just like that pre-step under your eyes. If you do have dark circles or you just want to brighten up your eyes, this one's a good one, you guys. I feel like nobody talks about it, and it's a very underrated product. Look at that, you guys. I just went with a little bit, and you can definitely see that difference. And you can also use this on the go if you just want something to brighten up your eyes. This one's definitely going to give you that pick-me-up. I'm serious, e.l.f. has so many gems. And this one's definitely it. You don't have to be perfect since we are going to cover this up with foundation. Going around my nose area, just like that. And you can see it looks so nice and hydrated and just awake. Let's move on with foundation. I'm going to go in with the Soft Glam Satin Foundation. And I have this one in the shade 32 Medium Neutral. Now you guys, this is a full coverage natural formula finish, and I just love this one. It's only, I believe, $8 or $9. This formula is definitely amazing, you guys. For the price, you cannot beat it. I'm just gonna give it a good shake. So this shade is definitely a hair light, so I'm gonna go in with the bronzing drops from e.l.f. and this one's in the shade Pure Gold. So this is like my favorite combo for my foundation. You can use these bronzing drops alone if you just want like a color to your skin, but honestly this is best used with foundation. I've tried it and I absolutely love. I have those two right there. I'm going to mix them together to create that perfect shade. Just like that, it looks so much better. And we're just going to apply this on the skin. And to blend this out, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. This one's one of my favorites to blend in the foundation. It blends foundation very seamlessly and just very evenly on the skin. And love this formula. It gives a natural finish, which anyone can wear if you're dry, oily, or mature. Such a flexible formula. Natural finishes, you can definitely adjust the finish of your foundation or skin. Look at that gorgeous glow that it gives on the skin. And I just went in with the bronzing drops and it definitely evened out my skin. I'm telling you guys, this combination is chef's kiss. Moving on to cream bronzer, I have these two right here. So first I have the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. This one's my favorite, as you can tell. This one I love to use on my more natural days since it's more like that cream formula. And this one's in the shade Golden Days. I also have the e.l.f. Liquid Cream Bronzer and Contour. And this one's in the shade Tan. Now this shade, you guys, it's too dark on my skin. I didn't think it was going to go that dark and pigmented. We're going to go with this one today, but you guys, this is such a dark shade. I definitely have to go back with a lighter shade because this one's just way too dark for my skin tone. But if you're curious about the formula, it's definitely creamy, blendable, and just easy to blend on the skin. I'm going to go in with the more dense brush. And this one's definitely going to keep that pigment there. And a little bit definitely goes a long way. Like you can see, it did blend it out seamlessly. I just have to get a better shade for my skin tone. This one's just going to help diffuse that product if you don't want the dense part of the brush. You want it to be more diffused, just like that. And you can see how it added that hint of color on my skin. The shade is definitely doable, but I do have to pick a better shade. I would say this is best for contour and this one's best for liquid and cream bronzer. And honestly, just using a stamping motion is going to be the best to blend out your cream products or just products in general. Just blending that into the hairline. Just making sure that is pressed in. Going whatever's left on my nose and on my chin. Just like that, you guys, definitely warmed my complexion up. I just need a better shade, but formula wise, I do love this product. Love these two. If I were to have to nitpick, I would just wish the packaging was bigger, but so far love these. Now for cream and liquid blush, I absolutely love these. This is also the e.l.f. Putty Cream Blush. And this one's in the shade Caribbean. It's this beautiful type of berry shade. Love this one. Now that spring and summer is coming up, I absolutely love these type of shades. Again, the formula is the same just as the Putty Bronzer. Blendable, easy, and just beginner friendly. And we have the Camel Liquid Blush. Again, the same formula as the liquid bronzer, easy to blend, beginner friendly. A little bit definitely goes a long way also. You do want to start building up, but it is a buildable formula. I'm going to go in with Suave Mauve right here. To blend that out, I'm just going to go in with the e.l.f. liquid blush brush. And this does deposit a good amount of pigment while it just melting into the skin and giving you just that natural finish. Look at that. Love how most of these formulas, they're just natural and just easy to blend. I'm going to go in with Dusty Rose. I'm going to add this just on the high points of my cheeks. Such a pretty formula, you guys. And just like that, we're nice and blush. And it's very natural, very pretty, giving you that hint of color on your cheeks. So excited to play with this on camera. We have the Soft Glam Satin Concealer. And I definitely did a short video. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I absolutely love this formula, you guys. It's just like the foundation, but for your under eyes. This one, I actually picked it up in the shade 31 Medium Neutral. This one's definitely going to be my more natural shade. This is what the applicator looks like. And we're just going to go ahead and apply her on the under eyes. And love how buildable this formula also is while still providing that coverage. Again, this is definitely going to be my more natural shade. I definitely have to pick up a lighter shade. I did see they come out with like corrector shades like a pink, a white, just to help brighten up your concealer. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. You guys, I absolutely love this brush, and it has like a little slant on the side. I don't know if it's just from me using it. It does still have some powder, but I just love this to blend like eyeshadow or concealer and just products like those. So I'm gonna use this to blend my concealer. Love using this brush to set powders and just setting like my eyeshadow base. That blended out so fast. I'm telling you, this formula is so great. Super impressed with how it blends out my under eyes. And just like that, you can see how it gave me coverage, but it's not heavy and it's still natural. It might still have glow from that corrector, but this is what she looks like, and I just love. So obsessed with these formulas, you guys. Seriously, e.l.f. is definitely doing it when it comes to the complexion. It's time to set the under eyes, and I do have this e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I've been having this for a while, you guys, and if I'm being honest, I'm just not a fan of the way this looks under the eyes. It does give like that subtle glow, but something about it kind of makes my concealer crepey, and it just doesn't sit well under the eyes. But just for today's video, I'm going to try it out again because it's been a while since I used it. This one's their light pink shade. Let's go in with my e.l.f. Powder Puff. I'm going to use some of that product and just even it out on my hand. And I like how this concealer doesn't crease right away, which is a good thing. Let's just set the under eyes. Let's see how this looks, because I haven't used it in a while. Hopefully it looks better with the formula of this concealer. With this giving me some brightness. Let's just go in with that much and just press it into the skin. Going in on the other side. Gonna go in with my T-zone and on the chin. Going to dust off the excess and just blend that out. But extra around my nose area, because that's just an area that's very hard for me to set. Just pressing that down. Let me see up close how this looks. So it looks way better now, but I'm not gonna say this is going to be my favorite powder to use, especially under the eyes. It's meant to give that glow, which I can definitely see. But I like how it doesn't look dry though. That's the only thing I like about this powder. It's not making my under eyes look dry at all. But you can definitely see some of that glow peeking through. I didn't completely set all my skin, but just my under eyes. So it's not bad, but it's not my favorite, just to really give my honest opinion. For the rest of my skin, I'm just going to go in with my Hellooo Beauty powder. I'm really hoping they come out with just a better powder formulation, because that would definitely set the tone with their whole soft glam line. If they came out with a soft glam setting powder, that's just going to set it for the whole collection. I still see shine coming through. Those are the areas that I just don't like to be shiny around here and just on my T-zone. But just for the sake of the video, we're just gonna leave it how it is. I'm gonna pop some of this Caribbean shade on top, add a little bit more of a pop on the cheeks. And again, if you went in with too much, just go in back with a different brush and just diffuse that out. Let's go in with some highlighter. And I do have this Halo Glow Silky Powder Highlighter. Again, did a video on this and I absolutely love the glow on this one. And I have the shade Prosecco Popping. This one's going to be your more gold champagne shade. Let me do a little quick swatch for you guys right over here. And love how it's just like that natural glow on your skin. Just giving that seamless glow you can see right there. So pretty. I'm gonna use a brush, a highlighting brush, and just apply her right here. And look at that glow, you guys. Something about it is just so seamless. But she's definitely going to be pigmented, you guys. So a little bit of definitely goes a long way. Look at that glow, you guys. That is so pretty. It's giving wet also, but in the most natural way. Applying it on my nose. Apply a little bit on my forehead. So pretty, guys. Definitely love this highlight. I feel like it's almost giving like that 2016 highlight in a more modern version. I'm gonna go back with Extra Toasted for my lower lashes. And instead of just applying that straight under my eyes, I'm just gonna apply it on the back of my hand with a brush and just blend that into my lower lash line. Seriously, you guys, I feel like this product's definitely going to be one of my favorites for this full face. Just like that, just connecting that into the top part of my eyeshadow. I'm just gonna go in with the hair of the darker one. So easy to blend. Something about the dry down is very nice. Just like that. I'm going to apply some of this mascara for my bottom lashes. Honestly, I'm just applying this on the center. Yeah, because of the curve, I would say it would help to grip on the lashes, but since it doesn't apply like a heavy layer, it's going to be more natural. I'll leave it as that. Let's move on to lips. I have the e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip Liner. This one's in the shade Dark Cocoa. I'm going to use her to line my lips. This is a very dark lip liner. So I just try to go very light-handed with this one. I believe this is $2 to $3 if I'm not mistaken. But I will say this won't be like your most long-wearing lip liner since it's like a very affordable lip line. It's not going to last, but for the price, you can't beat it. Then using the back to blend that out. Two products to try out for the lips. First, I have the e.l.f. Plumping Pen. And I have this one in the shade, I believe this one is Bust a Mauve. This one is a clicking pen and you can see the product coming out. You do want to be careful with how much you're clicking up because this won't go back down. So love this one for my everyday glam. But if I want a little sparkle, I do love this e.l.f. Glimmer Oil. And this one's in the shade Crystal Baller. One of my favorites for the lips. Gives you that little glittery touch that when you see like in dark lighting, it's so gorgeous, you guys. I want to go in with two shades. Let's go in first with Super Natural since it goes in with the warm tones of this look. This one's like just a neutral warm shade. You can see how pretty that is. So gorgeous. And I'm gonna go in a little bit with Crystal Baller just right on top. So pretty. I'm telling you guys, if I were to have to pick what lip product to choose, is definitely going to be these Glimmer lip oils because they're just stunning. I'm gonna take that highlighter before I forget on the inner corner of my eye just to really tie the look together. Just like that. We are definitely glowing, you guys, but we gotta set it down. To set it down, I have the Stay All Night Setting Mist from e.l.f. I used to have this one I don't even know how long it's been, and I just never got around picking it up. And I already know this is like my favorite setting spray from e.l.f. because it truly just locks your makeup in. And I love how they just remodeled the bottle on this one. So this one's going to be your more long wearing setting spray. So after you did all of your glam, you want to go with something hydrating. I do know they have like a coconut version or like a blue version. Spray that and then go in with this one right after. It does come with a ball, so you do have to shake it. Spray it away. And love how fine that mist is. So nice. It has a light scent. Like a very like clean scent, but it just applies evenly on your skin. And I think that is it, you guys. This is the final glam. This is the final glam, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this look as much as I did. I love, love, love doing full faces, you guys, because it really just helps you discover throughout the brand their products, their formulas, and how they perform on your skin. If I would have to pick 3, no, that's just too tough. If I were to have to pick a few favorites, definitely start off with the liquid shadows, you guys. These are just gorgeous. They apply very easily on the eyes. I'm very, very impressed by this formula. Up, I would say the Fine as Fleck glitter eyeshadows. These are going to be your more beginner friendly type of glitters. If you don't want nothing crazy, definitely try these. The mascara, I'm actually pretty impressed. I love how my lashes look nice and lifted and just giving me an even coat layer of mascara for my lashes. Complexion wise, you cannot go wrong with their foundation and concealer. And for the lips, you already know Glimmer Lip Oils is where it's at. I hope I'm not missing anything. If so, let me know down below in the comments. If you guys want to see me do more of these full faces, let me know what other brand you would like me to see or do. I definitely want to do Milani and NYX for sure, but let me know down below what other brands you would like me to do next. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm happy to have you guys here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.